Have you ever wondered why someone stays in a relationship that constantly hurts them? From the outside, it may seem obvious that they should leave, yet they feel emotionally unable to walk away. This powerful psychological pattern is known as trauma bonding. Trauma bonding develops when periods of emotional pain, manipulation, or mistreatment are repeatedly followed by moments of kindness, affection, or reassurance. Over time, the brain begins to associate emotional relief with the very person causing the pain, creating a deep and confusing attachment. This cycle can make unhealthy relationships feel impossible to escape, even when they are clearly damaging. Understanding trauma bonding isn't about judging people, it's about recognizing how emotional conditioning can influence behavior. In today's video, we'll explore 10 signs that explain what trauma bonding really is and how it quietly keeps people trapped in unhealthy relationships. Stay until the end, because the final sign reveals the first step toward breaking this difficult cycle. Number 1. You keep returning after being hurt. Even after experiencing repeated emotional pain, you find yourself going back to the same person. Despite promising yourself that things will be different, the cycle continues. Number 2. You focus on their good moments instead of their harmful behavior. The occasional acts of kindness or affection become so meaningful that they overshadow the repeated disrespect, manipulation, or emotional pain you've experienced. Number 3. You constantly make excuses for their actions. Instead of acknowledging unhealthy behavior, you explain it away by blaming stress, childhood experiences, or difficult circumstances, convincing yourself they didn't really mean to hurt you. Number 4. You feel responsible for fixing the relationship. You believe that if you become more patient, more understanding, or simply try harder, everything will eventually improve. The burden of change quietly becomes your responsibility. Number 5. You feel anxious when they pull away. Whenever they become emotionally distant, you experience intense anxiety and desperately seek their approval or attention. Their emotional availability begins to control your emotional state. Number 6. You begin doubting your own judgment. After repeated criticism, manipulation, or mixed messages, you stop trusting your own thoughts and feelings. You increasingly rely on the other person's version of reality instead of your own. Number 7. You feel isolated from other people. Gradually, your world becomes smaller as you spend less time with supportive friends or family. The relationship slowly becomes your primary source of emotional connection. Number 8. You believe things will eventually change. No matter how many times the same unhealthy pattern repeats, you continue hoping that one day everything will suddenly become different if you just wait a little longer. Number 9. Leaving feels more frightening than staying. Even when you recognize that the relationship is unhealthy, the thought of leaving creates overwhelming fear, loneliness, or guilt. The familiar pain begins to feel safer than the uncertainty of freedom. Number 10. Healing begins when you recognize the cycle. Perhaps the most important truth about trauma bonding is that awareness breaks the illusion. Once you begin recognizing the repeating pattern of hurt, temporary affection, and emotional dependence, you can slowly rebuild trust in yourself and create healthier relationships. Trauma bonding is not a sign of weakness, lack of intelligence, or failure. It's a psychological response that develops through repeated cycles of emotional pain and temporary relief. Healing begins when you stop blaming yourself and start recognizing the pattern for what it truly is. With support, self-compassion, and healthy boundaries, it is possible to break free and build relationships based on trust, respect, and genuine care instead of fear. Which of these signs felt the most familiar to you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more psychology content that helps you understand yourself, recognize unhealthy patterns, and build stronger emotional well-being. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.